Hello everyone, welcome to another session. So if you remember a few days ago, we have done a video where we discussed that Donald Trump issued a stark warning to the BRICS nation and, threatening 100% tariffs on their export to the US if they try to replace the dollar with new BRICS currency. So his statement was so bold and intimidating and actually designed to shake the confidence of these nations. But despite the silence of most BRICS members, Russia stood up with a strong and logical response. So today we will discuss Russia's reply and also discuss its implications for global trade, the US economy, and the unity of BRICS nations. So let's start with the warning which is given by Trump or the threat to BRICS. So Trump's message to the BRICS countries was very clear. Abandon your plans for a BRICS currency or face economic consequences. Simple. So the threat was like 100% tariff would effectively double the price of goods exported by these countries to the US, and that will impact their economy significantly because exports won't become competitive at that point of time. So for many nations, such move would be devastating. But Russia took a different stance, questioning the practicality and repercussions of Trump's strategy. So this is like a calculated response from Russia. And if you see, Russia's reply to Trump was both bold and insightful. They argued that imposing 100% tariff would backfire and harm the US economy more than anyone else. And in fact, I've discussed that again in that video. Now, the question is why? See, if you look at American consumers, they have to bear the brunt of these tariffs actually. Everyday goods, medicines, and other essentials imported from countries like India, China would become prohibitively expensive if you impose 100% tariff on these countries. So, Russia actually challenged Trump to go ahead and implement his threat, emphasizing that it would hurt the American people more than it would hurt the BRICS nations. Now, let's look at the consumer's burden, American consumer's burden. Let's break it down. So, if the US imposed 100% tariffs, right, products that currently cost $100 would suddenly cost $200. Medicines, which is essential commodity, right? Many of which the US actually import from India, and that will see their price skyrocket. So essential raw materials, again sourced from China, would also become significantly more expensive. And for ordinary Americans, especially those in the lower income bracket, this would mean higher living cost without proportionate tax relief. So Trump's argument is that they'll deduct the tax, but they'll charge more from in terms of tariff, but that is not actually going to be proportionate. And Russia's argument actually highlighted this very same point, suggesting that that kind of move lead to widespread dissatisfaction among the US citizens among themselves. Now, let's look at Trump's plan, the tax cut funded by tariffs, right? So I told you already, he decided to cut the tax and it will automatically funded by the tariffs, which is imposed on these countries. So Trump's broader strategy involved using the revenue from these tariffs to reduce the income taxes for Americans. But this approach again have flaws and issues. See, the wealthier Americans might benefit from the tax cuts, but the middle and lower income groups would definitely face the burden of higher prices on essential goods. So Russia's analysis actually exposed this imbalance, which is again pointing out that the economic strain would be felt most by those who can least afford it. If you look at the impact on global trade dynamics, see, Russia's response is significant for another reason. If you look at it, it inspires other nations, in fact. By openly calling out the flaws in Trump's plan, Russia has set the stage for a greater unity among the BRICS countries at this point of time. So, if nations like India, China, Brazil also voice their concerns, it could actually challenge the dominance of US dollar in global trade now. So, Trump's belief that his threat would force countries to back, to using such dollar might not actually hold up if these nations again going to stand together. So, that is actually the issue now. Now, if you look at the bigger picture, the real issue here is the challenge to the US dollar's global dominance. Trump's statement reflect his fear of BRICS currency, which is gaining attraction. So if major economies like China, Russia, and India start trading in local currencies or a unified BRICS currency, it would weaken the dollar's influence for sure. So Russia's strong stance could encourage other nations to accelerate their plans for alternative trade mechanism, which will reduce dependence on dollar. Now, if you look at US, they can print unlimited dollar because dollar is a hard currency and everyone need that without having issues of inflation or anything over there. So, and they can fund for their development and everything, right? So, if you look at Russia's statement again, it also serves as a rallying cry for BRICS nations to unite against economic intimidation at this point of time. If India, China, and Russia work together on this front, they could create a robust trading system that bypasses the dollar entirely. So Trump already have that fear, and such kind of collaboration would not only strengthen BRICS but also reshape the entire global, trade dynamics, which again can create more balanced economic order and will completely control the dollar dominance also. So what is the future possibilities? See, future is full of possibilities actually. Trump have not even assumed office yet. It will be in Jan 2025, and his statements are already causing ripples in global geopolitics. So the next few years promise to be eventful with significant shift in trade and diplomatic relations. Russia's bold reply is just a beginning. Whether other BRICS nations will follow suit remain to be seen. But one thing is clear, the world is watching, and the decision made now will shape the future of global economies. So that's about this session, guys, and thank you so much for watching. In case if you're looking for mentorship program for civil services, join us. The link is given in the description. So thank you so much for watching.